All right, can I squeeze in here? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, look at the timing. Look at the timing. Doing total test and E2 today, ultra sensitive. I think the total test is gonna be the same place. E2 may be a little different. We're gonna go to Quest today. I got these labs on Discounted Labs. Look, I'm always doing labs, and this is the way to do it cheaper, right? You do not need a doctor, which is super convenient. I mean, you go to your doc and then he writes you this little form or something for labs. It ends up being more expensive, right? In almost all cases. Whereas if you just go to Discounted Labs, no affiliation, by the way, you just can order the labs that you want and essentially get signed off on by a doctor that is there. And if you go to Quest, they just send it right to Quest. I don't even have to print the lab requisition form. It just goes right to Quest. They all know me there because I'm there frequently checking biomarkers. So I'm going to take you on a trip. Got to fast for this one, which sucks. I'm doing it very reluctantly. And I'll take you along the way. Let's go. You're going to miss your dad. I'm just going to get blood work. I'll be back very soon. Okay? You want to hang out with my shoes? I hate about, labs is I have to fast, right? So it basically just throws off my entire schedule. Now, of course, after the labs, I'm going to go resume the schedule, but I'm one of those regimented guys that, I want my regimen to be, exactly the same. Whatever, I'll reluctantly fast and get this blood work and then go eat. All right, can I squeeze in here? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, look at the timing. Look at the timing. I love it. It's kind of rush hour, right? So everyone's out. Look at Starbucks. That's a total disaster. Oh, there's a lot of people here today. A lot of people getting labs. The great thing about this too is that I scheduled on the web. So I'm gonna get in there. I don't have to sign in. I'm already basically signed in via text message here in a bit. So it'll be a quick process. Squeeze right in here. Okay, now this place still has a mask requirement, so we're gonna have to grab a new mask here. Get this done, bro. Take the steps. Yep.
How you doing?
How are you?
We're going to room 1.
All right. It's springy out there, huh?
Yeah, not tomorrow. It'll be all
No?
rainy.
Oh, yeah?
Rain all day.
You know what? I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan. It's RyanBallow.
You got
Is
it.
that right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Relax your hand. And if you wet this, it'll come right off your hair.
All right, perfect.
Okay?
Thanks.
Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Done deal. Got my ouchie. These results will be probably 4 or 5 days. Test and ultra sensitive E2 takes some time. And as the lady was saying, it depends on where the machines are, and some of the machines that do the testing on the blood are active certain days and they're not other days. I wish I knew those days. You got to have an account for this. So I set up an account whenever I started getting labs, which was years ago, on discountedlabs.com. Once you get an account, then you can basically go and select any lab tests that you want to look for. So look, I'm going to go in here and just type testosterone and see what you got. Now, there's a bunch of different options here. There's total and free over here. There's an entire panel of DHT, estradiol, and total test. There's hematocrit. There's ultra-sensitive E2. There's all kinds of different ones. And then you have this singular total testosterone test. So it basically gets down to, it's got some grouped options, and then it has the singular lab marker that you're looking for. But let's just say, I don't know, we wanted to test for thyroid or something. So here's a thyroid panel. That's testosterone and thyroid panel. But I just want to get TSH tested as an example. So I type in thyroid. I'm going to scroll down, and here's TSH. It's just thyroid stimulating hormone. I'm going to add this to the cart just to kind of show you guys how it works. There's a small collection fee. That is not an expensive biomarker. I'm going to hit checkout. Now, all my information is already saved in here, so this checkout's easy. You'll have to put your card in, your PayPal in, whatever you're going to pay with. And then you go to the bottom and basically select. It's just 2 check marks that tell you, hey, terms and conditions and the states, which I think there's maybe 1 or 2 states that Discounted Labs doesn't cover, but largely they cover every state. I'm not going to place the order, but that's essentially how that works. Now, then Discounted Labs sends you the form that your doctor would otherwise send you. It's called a lab requisition form. They'll literally send it via email. All you have to do is print that out. In most cases, Discounted Labs will send it right to Quest. If you're using Quest, that's what they do for me. So I don't really have to worry about that. They just send it directly, but you should print it out just in case. Have the lab with you. That tells the technician at Quest exactly what you're getting if they don't have it in the system. It's kind of just a fail-safe. So then you got to make an appointment at Quest. So I have an account for Quest first and foremost. Okay, it's very easy to set up. You go to appointments once you're logged in, and then schedule an appointment. And this process is so easy. It's labs are a little tedious to do, but I love how cheap it is and how simple this is. So I'm just going to punch in my zip for Pittsburgh. It's going to pull up Corliss, and the closest one is obviously here in Pittsburgh. I usually go to either the Penn Ave one or the Green Tree one. I mean, there's different times that are available, right? So see what makes sense for you and select the appropriate times. You can also switch to different days and then kind of see what the available times are there. We're just going to, as an example here, see if I can get something 22nd of April, this coming Saturday here in Pittsburgh. Looks like they got at Green Tree a 7:40 a.m., so I'm going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to continue. All my information is already filled in here. You have to put in, your information, address, etc. Elect to get notifications via text, because then you can check in at Quest via text. You don't have to check in at their kiosks. Insurance, I don't have insurance because I'm a vet, so I'm going to hit no. Also, I bought the lab tests already, so there's nothing that I have to pay at this point. I'm going to go ahead and continue, confirm appointment, and I'm not going to schedule, but I would just schedule it right there. This is literally how easy this is, right, to get labs. No doctor involved. Discounted Labs has their own doctor that they deal with, so that you don't have to go to your doc, spend the $144 for the visit or whatever it ends up being for your copay, and take the extra trip. You can just do it all this way. Their doc at Discounted Labs approves the order because people need blood work for whatever reasons. It's wonderful that they trust the consumer that they need blood work for this particular purpose, and then they just send that on off and you're good to go. And then, my friends, you go to the lab and you get your blood drawn. As I said, depending on the biomarker or biomarkers that you're testing, it could take anywhere from 2 to 6 days to get everything. Usually when I'm getting total test, free test, estradiol, any of the sex hormones, it's like 5 to 6 days. Some of the ancillary hormones like prolactin, it's like a day. And then, B vitamins, it's like 2 to 3 days. It depends on the test. But then it's just a waiting game, get your labs back. And, on Quest, if you're signed up on Quest, you have like a dashboard that shows you everything. So I'll get an email, usually in the middle of the night, it's like 5 a.m. comes through. And it's like, hey, your labs are here. And then when I wake up at 6 or so, I look at my lab, see where everything's at, print it, and kind of carry it around with me for the day and decide what needs to change from there. All right, I hope this has been useful. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. So much more content to come soon. And I'll talk to you in the next one.